to Nine Nails Garage. Behind me, we have my wife's 2017 Ram 1500. Now, I just got done painting this truck, her favorite color, blue, and it's actually Chief Blue from the Wrangler, and we put bumpers, headlights, and did a whole bunch of stuff to it. The truck is looking amazing. It's going exactly the way I want it to, and to top it off, we are gonna put a rough country 6-inch Vertex shock, Reservoir shock lift kit on it. So we've got everything laid out over here. We also have load lifter, 5,000 pound airbags, and yeah, we've got everything here. The wheels and tires that we're putting on the truck are at Discount Tire, and they're ready for pickup. I'm gonna pick those up in 2 days. So we've got 2 days to get this done. Now, starting over here, we had a mound of boxes that are now in the bed of the truck, but this is everything that came out of those boxes. The heart of the system, we have our Vertex 8-position adjustable coilovers here with Reservoir, and they look amazing. We also have our rear Reservoir shocks that are 8-position adjustable as well. Soft ride coils for the back. We have our knuckles, heavy duty steering knuckles, and same for the other side. Cross members for up front right there. Looks like we have, I believe this ties between the cross members, skid plate of some sort. I believe this is our differential drop brackets along with our drive shaft spacer there. So there it is. Looks like a giant Lego set. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So we are gonna go ahead, get started by putting the lift kit on the truck. Alright, so we got the whole front end completely disassembled. We got everything out of there that we need. We got the steering knuckle over there. We got the wheel hub. We got control arm, old strut. Also, the differential had to come out because we're going to be putting drop brackets on it. And we also have to cut our crossmember mounts right here. So the kit came with cutting template, which is right here, and you just kind of put it on there and fold it over. Well, that's what I did. Folded it over, and then I marked it with a paint pen, but marked it front all the way to the back, and we are going to cut that with the Sawzall. So we're at the point of no return. There's no going back after we cut this. Actually, there is. You could always weld it back on if you had to. The important part of this bracket right here is this piece right here. That's where your control arm would mount, your lower control arm would mount if you wanted to put it back together. This is just for the cross member, so you always could weld that back on if you really wanted to go back to stock, but who wants to do that? So now we are going to fire up the old Sawzall, put our safety protection on, and we're gonna cut away. Then after we get that done, we'll throw our drop brackets on the front differential there, and we'll throw that up in there as well. And yeah, then we'll start putting everything else back together. So let's go ahead and get right to it. next day, and here we are back in the garage. I've got my trusty little helper there, giving me a hand. But we got a lot done yesterday on the truck. We got our cross members in there. We got everything all taken apart. Now we're gonna start putting it back together. We're gonna start with putting our new spindle on our wheel bearing there, or wheel bearing on the spindle. And then we'll start throwing everything else on. We'll go from there to the control arm. We'll get that on. I think we'll get the shock hung. We'll get the reservoir mounted. We gotta relocate our brake line there, move that down, and then we'll kind of get everything all buttoned up. So we're gonna get right to it. We got the front all done and it is looking awesome. We are looking like a squatted truck right now, a useless squatted truck. But the front is done and it is looking awesome. We got everything buttoned up. We got the inner liner in there and everything as well. The last thing we have to do is do an eyeball alignment, just so we can get it to the alignment shop. But we're gonna get the backlift kit on first, so we can get the truck sitting how it will be when we do our alignment. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on the back right now. I just got done cleaning up the underbody. I wire wheeled everything and cleaned it all up and then spray painted it semi-gloss black just to make it look a little bit better and to go with the lift kit just a little bit better. So next step in the process, we got everything apart, we got everything all clean, painted. Now we're gonna put our control arm relocation bracket on. So this goes right here. So the purpose of this bracket is to change the pinion angle rather than including new control arms, which would be a lot more expensive. All we got is a simple bracket. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that on and continue on. Alright, so we got both of our upper control arms mounted, and then we went ahead, we opened up our airlift airbag kit and looked at the instructions real quick, and we found out that we had an issue. This is what happens when you try to combine multiple things sometimes, airbags and lift kit and you know, exhaust, stuff like that. So these are supposed to bolt up right here, and obviously the bracket for the control arms is in the way, which I think is more important than the bracket for the AirDog lift kit, or airbag lift kit, sorry. So what we're gonna do is we are going to get rid of this bracket. This bracket provides, I would say 3/4, maybe an inch, but I already test fit this with the springs in the truck. With this setup like this right here, it actually compresses the bag about an inch, which is about ideal. So you have room either way in travel. You have a suspension droop, and you also have enough room for compression. So what we're gonna do is we are just going to center this on this bump stop perch right there, and we're going to just weld it on there. So I've already got the battery disconnected in the truck. We've got the welder warmed up over there. All we gotta do is grind down where we're gonna weld. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 3 welds on it. We're just gonna do a little inch long bead there, inch long bead there, and on the other side. So we're gonna go grind down those areas and we'll weld it up. So there you go, we got both sides all welded up and looking pretty good. Not the nicest welds on the planet. Don't tell my welding instructor from high school, but they look pretty good. Now we're gonna throw some semi-gloss Rust-Oleum on them, and then we'll continue on with the lift kit. Alright, so there it is. We got everything back together except for the wheel liner, and I gotta say, I love it. It looks absolutely amazing. I'm really loving those Vertex shocks with the reservoirs and the way they look. Everything looks good. The bags look good. Those Vertex shocks, like I mentioned before, they are adjustable. Here's the clicker right here. Kind of cool. I think the arrow's on the other side there, but they're on 1 right now. And you got 8 settings. So now we'll throw the wheel liners back on the truck. We'll throw the wheels and tires on it, and we'll put it on the ground, see what it looks like. Alright, and there it is, completely done, sitting on the ground. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I love the way the Vertex shocks look, and I think it just sits perfect. I can't wait to get them 35-inch wheels and tires on there. You know, they're gonna fill out the wheel wells a lot more, and it's just gonna make it look even better. So we got an appointment tomorrow at the wheel and tire shop at 10:30, so we're gonna do a rough alignment right now. Then we'll see you tomorrow in the morning at Discount Tire. Alright, so there is the finished product behind us. We just got the truck back from Discount Tire, then we went to Goodyear to get it aligned, and man, it just looks amazing. I love those wheels and tires. I think they came out great. They are Wicked W907 with milled machined accents there, machined rivets in them, and they look really good. We got Toyo AT2 open country all-terrain tires, and look at the tread on them. I know the AT3s are out, but I went with the AT2s because I got a good deal on them and couldn't pass them up. Basically the same tire, they're quiet, they ride good, and the whole truck just rides good as a whole. The suspension is great, I really like it. I put about maybe 60 miles on it so far, and I'm very happy with it. We do have a slight, I believe it's about an inch lower in the front here. That could be because of the heavy-duty bumper on the front. So they are adjustable coilovers, so I will be adjusting that and making the whole truck level again. But it's good that we have that adjustability and we can do that. Overall though, I'm very happy with the truck, very happy with the suspension, very happy with the wheels and tires. We do still have more things. I know I just said it was all done, but it's not. We've got more things. We've got rough country retract side steps that we're gonna put on it. They're electric, they're gonna be awesome. And we also have rough country dual exhaust that we're gonna put on it. It's a really nice exhaust system. It looks like it's gonna be good, and it's gonna replace that bent tip that we got there. That was from the previous owner, whatever accident it was in, must have did that. But thanks for watching today's video. Please like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel. We got a lot more on the way, and I'm gonna leave you with some rolling footage of the truck. Check it out.